This gentleman that I'm going to talk about will have you scratching your head sometimes from his off-the-cuff remarks that he made about your favorite athlete, team, and now Breonna Taylor. Who is this man I'm speaking about? We're going to get into it right after the jump. Welcome back to Tomorrow Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. And if you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Also, you can follow us on social media. The links are listed down below in the description. The man that I'm going to speak about today has been on both Fox Sports and ESPN, and now he has his own YouTube podcast. The polarizing gentleman always have a negative narrative he uses to portray most of the individuals that look just like both you and I and him. I'm speaking about none other than Jason Whitlock. Watching Mr. Whitlock on shows on ESPN, Fox, and now the YouTube podcast that he has leaves me wondering what in the heck did folks in Black America do to him. Watching him try to paint such negative narratives about individuals for their shortcomings has me wondering, has he ever made any type of mistake in his life, come up short, or been in the wrong at anything he's ever done in life, or anything he may have said to anyone in life? If so, were you criticized as bad as you criticized the individuals that you've been criticizing throughout your lifetime of being on television as well as now this podcast? The comments you made about Kobe Bryant throughout his career left me speechless because I didn't quite understand what angle were you taking with the comments that you were making. Yes, I get it. You did finally admit that you had been criticizing this man throughout his whole career. And now, with him passing away, you have the nerve to stand back and say that you think he'll go down as being one of the smartest players in the NBA. So I understand one thing. What if he was so smart now, how was he not as smart back then? Because you ripped him to shreds with his shortcomings, with the Colorado incident that he had, not to mention the incidents that he had with Dwight Howard and his teammates, him wanting to retire 2 jerseys with the LA Lakers. I'm just trying to understand, do you just create narratives to get clicks, likes, and views for the mess that you spew about people on the internet as well as on television? I mean, really, just let me keep going because I'll get on the soapbox in a minute and get to really going at this guy. But what really got me when you said in one of your sportscasts, I believe it was on Fox Sports, you stated that Kobe Bryant is a narcissistic person. And I believe you're referring to yourself. Why do I say that? Because the sarcasm that you come across with when you're speaking about individuals that look like you is alarming. Your satire when it came to Kobe Bryant, Stephen Jackson, and now Breonna Taylor, I'm trying to understand, sir. Can you break this down for us all? Criticism of Stephen Jackson for standing up for his friend and his twin that was killed by that Minnesota police officer left me speechless when you tried to switch the narrative up as if Stephen Jackson was talking about he just wanted to come beat you up for no apparent reason. I mean, really, Jason? Again, you're trying to create a negative narrative to make it about Stephen Jackson trying to attack you when that's farthest from the truth. The YouTube video you did about Breonna Taylor, that was the icing on the cake for me because it was truly tasteless. From your description of Breonna Taylor being some kind of criminal mastermind and getting what she deserved for being involved with such a person. You spoke with such malice when saying that Breonna should have done what she should have done or who Breonna should not have been involved with. You know what? When I sat there and I watched you in that video, that was one of the first videos that I saw of you having a difficult time trying to portray your message across to the masses because you didn't know which way you could possibly spin it without someone really stepping in and say, hey, you're wrong. You're wrong. And they calling you to the table for it. But you know what? I get it. You did that one just to go ahead and make a little extra cash off the clicks, likes, and views. And you did it off her name instead of you saying her name like everyone else is saying. Because I'm wanting to know, where is the video at now about the Kentucky Attorney General who sat back and lied to the grand jury about this whole case? Why don't you speak about the fact that the Kentucky General said that he took 6 months to do an investigation of this matter and came in there with basically nothing. Wanton endangerment against the officer for the bullets that he shot into the other people's apartment, but he's not gonna be charged for the bullets that were shot into Breonna Taylor. Oh, I get it. And not to mention the boyfriend is a registered gun carrier that was there with Breonna Taylor the night that she was killed. And we still haven't gotten to the ballistics on who shot the bullet that hit the daggone officer. Jason Whitlock, will you come back and clean that story up? Or no, you're not going to do that. You're going to do like you normally do. Spin it like usual. Well, she shouldn't have did this and she shouldn't have did that. If people would use more common sense. Yeah, that type of garbage. I mean, come on, man. I get it now. I'm sure you're going to give us a resounding answer of no. I think we need to come up with a narrative for you, sir. Yes, we need to come up with a narrative for you, Mr. Whitlock. That should be the biggest knockoff and most fraudulent sports analyst we have ever seen and heard. But until next time, guys, if you like the content, please like, share, subscribe. Also, you can follow us on social media. The links are listed down below in the description. And remember, be that one and lead.